through these doors is presented by Gate City Bank.
This is Jack. Jack has a debit card from Gate City Bank. However, it looks like a little night ninja took off with his card, as they sometimes do. But lucky for Jack, he can freeze his missing debit card with the tap of his mobile app. And even if his card is stolen or lost for good, he can go to any Gate City Bank location to get a new card issued instantly. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Well, good evening, Happy New Year, and welcome from Ralph Engelstad Arena. And tonight, it's game one as they take on Lindenwood, and honestly, a must-win game for North Dakota. Middle on the boards to the left of the goal, centered out in front, they score! And there you go, 2-0 Lindenwood. Now Gaber with it, Gaber drops one, here's a shot, a deflection, and a goal! Sidorsky knocked down in the neutral zone, and with a shot he scores! 3-1 Lindenwood. Out to the point, fresh one-time shot on the far side, they score! Levin with a rocket. At center, Strindon with a steal. Across the line, feeds for Ports, he's in, he scores! Put it out in front, a deflection, how about that save by Burnham, right side feed, a shot, they score! Levin!
And time will run out, and North Dakota, after trailing the entire game, scores in the final 3 minutes, a power play tally, a big 4-3 victory for North Dakota, who couldn't afford to lose, and they get the job done.
Good evening once again, and welcome from Ralph Engelstad Arena. It's game two, North Dakota and Lindenwood. Comes back to Anderson for a one-timer, they score! Lindenwood controlling again, Conquest has it centered, they score! Feeds it on the left side for Sendin, bouncing puck comes to Strindon, he shoots and scores! And a huge goal to make it 2-1. Gave it to Ports, finds a man on the left side, that's blocked, rebound, they score! Clevin! McLaughlin looking, shoots it, the goalpost, rebound, Clevin scores! 3-2, North Dakota. Sendin comes into the Lindenwood zone, and send it in, shoots, score!
The Lions came in roaring in both games, but North Dakota, a couple of victories and a sweep this weekend. Their first since the opening weekend against Holy Cross.
The World Junior Championship is a showcase of the top under-20 hockey talent in the world. While the tournament is held each December, rosters start to take shape over the summer.
It's a little bit of a grind, you know. If you're playing for Team USA, you'll go to Michigan for a week in the summer, be there for a week, competing against, you know, the greatest players for your age group. Then you'll end up playing your first half of your season with whatever team you are in major, junior, college, and then they'll pick 30-some. Then they'll bump it down to 20-some, and then you go to the tournament.
Yeah, the World Junior Tournament's really difficult. You know, you get a team with guys from all around the country, and you have a short period of time to get together and try to create some chemistry. And you know, it's really exciting and a really fun time, but it's also pretty stressful.
I think it was 3 weeks we were there together to build and bond as much as we could. We were pretty much in a hotel for that whole time, so we're all pretty close and having video sessions and team events and stuff like that. So, I mean, I know we weren't together for that long, but I feel like we were there forever, and I actually built really strong bonds with guys I've never met before.
Welcome to the Maritimes. The 47th World Junior Hockey Championship gets going with 4 games opening day.
I think, anytime you get to throw on the USA sweater, it's pretty cool. And sometimes I'd be out on the bench and look around and be like, wow, I'm actually here. This is super cool. But we lost to Slovakia there, which I think was good for us going into the playoff rounds.
Team USA will look to punch its tickets into that semifinal as well. Taken by McCrory, he'll go cross ice. In front for Blake, scores! Jackson Blake gets his first.
Beautiful finish by Jackson Blake.
That one against Germany, I was pretty excited to get that one, and it was super cool.
An 11-1 win for USA.
Now get ready for a semifinal showdown.
And then, Canada, that game. Before that game, I've never been so excited to play a game. It was pretty much like being an enemy at the Ralph. I look up and see it's just full red. Every time we'd score, you could hear a pin drop in the arena. When they'd score, your bench would be shaking. And obviously I expected that going into that game, but it was so cool and it was such a great experience.
It's obviously super cool for him, but it's also really cool for the rest of the team too. You kind of get to cheer him on. And then there's also a little bit of the Canadian-American rivalry going.
Gabe's, I saw his stories and stuff, Bedard scored and he was going hype. I was like, dude, come on, cheer me on a little bit here. But, I don't blame him, he's Canadian, so. It was definitely super special, obviously. It was unfortunate that we lost, but just to experience that and playing that game, that was definitely one of the coolest games I'll ever play in.
It's the final day of the 2023 World Junior Hockey Championship here in Halifax, and we start with a bronze medal game between the United States and Sweden.
That game was crazy. I think it was 8-7, the final score in overtime, but we got it done, and I was super happy.
Anytime you get to wear the USA jersey, you give everything that you got, and he's such a talented player and such a great guy off the ice and works so hard. And just to have that medal and to win it for your country, it's an unbelievable feeling.
I think everyone's a little jealous. That's something pretty cool for him, and just happy for him. He's a good kid, deserves it, great player.
We saw him be outstanding as a freshman in our league. For him to be able to kind of translate that to the world stage and be a big part of their team is, it's fun for us. But all those times they come from those experiences, they're more worldly and just kind of ready for the big stage. So we find that we always get a better player back.
I'm super honored. It was definitely a great opportunity, and playing in that tournament, I think everyone dreams of playing in that tournament. So it was definitely a little bit of a grind, but it was super fun, and I'm super grateful I got to experience it.
Fresh off their first series sweep since October, North Dakota jumps back into NCHC play this weekend against Western Michigan. With work still to be done in the conference and national rankings, the boys know it's playoff hockey the rest of the way.
We just played Lindenwood there. We didn't take those guys lightly, and they're obviously a pretty good team, and I think that's big momentum for us to get that sweep and go into Western with a good mindset.
We always know the NCHC is super tough every night, no matter what. We actually just played Western not too long ago, went into their barn, and I got 2 wins there, so they're going to be hungry coming here. We need to be ready. They're a good team.
They're going to come in. They're a very fast, physical team. They play a very similar game to us, and they're going to want to, get a little bit of redemption on us, and it'll be a tough weekend.
We just need a match, actually be better and be more intense than them, and kind of win the center of the ice, middle of the ice.
We know how we can play, and if we play like that every night, I think we'll be successful. And first half, we didn't end in the NCHC where we wanted to, but that's only the first half, and we'll look forward on it. And, we only have NCHC games coming up, and we know every game we gotta not take lightly and win as many games as we can in the second half.
I think everyone's getting more confident. It's huge. It's never we weren't confident, but it definitely helps when you start to win, start to get a few good games together, a few wins together, and there's also a little bit of desperation knowing we kind of have our backs against the wall the second half.
We're still fighting for that Penrose every day. I've got 2 of them now, and I want my 3rd. So every day it's a battle, and that's in the back of my mind, and I'm sure it's in the back of my teammates' minds too. But just taking it day by day and getting a couple wins here this weekend.